there's no way I could put a number on the amount of times that I've been asked, bro, I just want to YOLO, I just want to YOLO something, forget about it. I don't have the time, I'm working, I got a hobby, whatever. Guess what? Well, I'm finally going to give you one that I think is probably the best risk to reward maybe ever. I've done a bunch of these before, but I don't see how this one is going to fail. Am I going to be talking about today Lucid? A little bit, but is that the ticker to YOLO? Definitely not. Definitely not. Did you know that warrants are going to be able to be called? Is that true? Or is there just like a lockup that's going to be happening on Lucid within like the next month? Why am I bringing this up? Well, right now, worst case scenario for SPACs, I'd call it, this thing is sitting at $23.48. $38 billion market cap. 0 cars on the road. Not for another 6 months. Not for another year. Not for maybe even, how long is it? 2 years? I like the company Lucid. I think they've got a big outlook, but we've got something better with like no risk. First time I started doing videos about Lucid, it was at the floor, just like I'm about ready to do, at like $10. In fact, it was below $10. Just like who it is today, who we talking about, GGPI. I've got more information. If you're gonna click off right now because you already know about GGPI, I got some important information that I need to bring up. This thing, before rumor, was at $9.70, high of $12.50, down at the end of Friday to $10.01. The second biggest volume, third biggest volume day since after the rumor was announced, right? So we got a lot of volume at the end of Friday. People are starting to get excited for it. Why? Because they're doing a fantastic job of updating. In fact, not only updating things, but they've been listening. The number one complaint, two big complaints that I got on my videos and through all the social media, all that, about Polestar was this. Number one, the range. I was kind of baffled, honestly, because the range for the Polestar seemed totally doable to me. It seemed totally fine with everything else out there, and it really is. Like, it was, I think, within like 30 or 40 miles of, I don't know, the Tesla 3, the main thing it's going to go after, right? So people really complain about that. No, Tesla's got more range. I would never, ever even think about buying the Polestar. Really? 20 miles? Like, do you drive 230 miles a day? Do you really? I don't understand why most people even need that. Because most people have home chargers now. Most people probably only drive, I think it's like less than 30 miles a day. So how are most people going to need over 200 miles anyway? I don't know. Anyways, number two is price. It's never cheap enough for the cheap bros. I think they price it right. But guess what? People that were addressing my videos were obviously addressing other people's videos and maybe even writing into Polestar, or maybe Polestar is just totally listening to the customer, which is smart. Why? Because they're going to give everybody exactly what they wanted. Okay? You wanted better range? Boom. You get it. Seriously. You want a better price? They got that too. In fact, for the next year, well, I guess it's releasing this year because cars always go a year ahead. 2022 Polestar 2 price just shrunk by $14,000. That's huge. Not 1,000, not 1,400, 14,000. So there you go. Number two, done. Also, the range grows. How many articles are basically titled in about the same as this that all came at the same time that they probably paid for, which is good? They want to get the news out there. They want this thing to do really well. They want it to do better than Lucid and Fisker, and it should. They already are selling the Polestar 1 and the Polestar 2. In my eyes, it's a pretty darn good looking rig. It's already been out for a year or two. Let's get to the numbers. It's aimed to compete, of course, with the top selling Model 3 Tesla by adding range, lowering the starting price. Polestar announced the arrival of a single motor version of the Polestar 2 for the 2022 model year, with a manufacturer estimated 265-mile range. I think you can probably upgrade that if you want. Maybe like a bigger battery or something. So if you really need more than if you drive over 265 miles one day, I think they probably have a bigger battery version. So don't freak. Look at this. Range and starting price of $47,200. I'm not done. By the way, it's including destination. All prices include the destination fee, right? So if you're buying like a Ford Bronco or whatever, any other car manufacturer, $47,200, but by the time you sign the paperwork, it's over $50,000. Well, this is out the door prices, which is great. The Polestar 2 is available for online ordering now. Here's a link. Polestar says deliveries for the dual model Polestar 2 will start in October, while single motor versions will arrive late this year. It's already almost late this year, man. We only got 3.5, 4 months left. This is like now, man. Crazy. The longer range single motor 2022 Polestar 2's price is $14,000 less than the 2021 2, and that's before, this is huge, before any local or federal electronic vehicle tax credits. Did you know that our government is paying? I'm sorry, our government's not paying. You and I are paying, even if you're paying taxes or not. I'm paying more because I pay taxes. Anyways, you're getting $7,500 credit when you buy this vehicle, which is huge. So we're going to be down to $47,200. Yeah, remember, we're at $47,200. Remember, delivered, including destination charge, everything. But then we can minus the $7,500. That brings us down to $39,700. Under $40K for a brand new vehicle that you don't have to do oil changes on. That's huge. No oil changes, right? If you're in California, they'll get this. It's even more affordable because they give you like a California state tax taking thing to get it down to $36,200. So if you're in California, you can buy this brand new thing that's actually really cool. It's not a piecer. It's nice. It's already been proven. 5-star crash tested. $36,200, including destination. That's huge. Well, that's low. Super low. I think people are going to like it. Is that under the Tesla model? Yeah, it is under the Tesla Model 3. Why? Here's why. Check this out. So remember those incentives we're talking about coming from the government, you and I? $7,500, and then the Cali bucks. Guess who doesn't have those anymore? Whoa, yeah, they expire. I don't know how many years car manufacturers get them. I'm guessing like 3, maybe more years. But then they stop handing them out. Maybe it's like to help the manufacturer, I guess, Tesla. The increasing range is slightly higher than the standard range Model 3 Tesla. So it's getting better range than Model 3. And the price is also more competitive, especially since the federal tax credits have expired for Tesla. Tesla can't compete on price anymore. It's pretty much impossible. Look at this. Tesla vehicles purchased after the end of 2019 are not eligible for the tax credits. Dang, I didn't know that. Not that I'm, in the market for any of these. I've actually looked it up, but I was surprised and I didn't realize that the manufacturers lost those. So anyways, you don't even get that $7,500 off. That's a lot of money, especially at such a low price point anyway, 40s-ish for an awesome, cool car. That's super duper, super car fast. I mean, come on, man. Warrant terms, get this. Good news is GGPI, by the way, the ticker you want to buy here. If you want to yellow it, go for it. Good news is GGPI includes a 90-day delay before warrants can be redeemed. So what does that mean? After ticker change, people can't just, bam, redeem them. Got a 90-day hold, so this decreases the likelihood after ticker change that it dumps. Also, there is a recent IPO, or this is a recent IPO. So earliest warrants can be called, that will be called be due 6/23/2022. So the warrants actually, you can't even call them for like another 8 months, 9 months. So we're gonna have plenty of time before that to do. I'd say at least 6 months. That's great. Like I was saying, they're doing a killer job promoting this thing. Here's the new, what is this, the Polestar 3? Or no, the Polestar 3 is an SUV that we're getting. But this is that Polestar, I can't even remember, man. Precept is what it's called. Woo, that thing is nice looking, man. Anyways, there's tons of hype videos and stuff going on YouTube right now. Like big YouTube stars are talking about it. I actually really like this one. Love it. That's good. Not only that, they're still putting out videos themselves. 4 days ago, making waves with Mort Simon Geist. I don't know what this was about. I think this guy might be a DJ. Maybe like DJ dude is doing the EQ for the Polestar. I don't know. But they're hyping it. They also have this from concept to car, you know, just selling it. They're talking about the clay model. They actually do real physical clay models, and they're coming and showing how they're modeling it to make sure it's futuristic looking and sharp and cool. Dude, cool factor means something. And again, this is another cool car that's coming. We don't even know what the SUV looks like. We already have the 2 and the 1. The 1's already out too. Market expansion this year. This is huge numbers. Check this out. This just came out. Polestar said Monday that it will launch in a further 9 markets this year and double its retail locations to support the brand's continuing growth. That's big. Polestar currently has over 650 service points. Didn't realize that. That's a lot. And it hopes to exceed 780 by the end of this year. So places to get it serviced, you know, a lot of people go, yeah, well, where am I going to get service? Well, there's 780. That's a wow. I mean, wowzers, right? Wowzers. Are you scared? You should be. Look at this. Eyeing the IPO, Volvo Cars to take full control of its Chinese business. This was posted July 21st. This was handed to me a couple times. People were kind of freaking out, like, what does this mean? What does it mean? IPO, Volvo, China? What's going on here? Here you go. Volvo Cars to buy out parent Geely. Remember, you got a couple different brands going on. So Volvo Cars is going to buy out the parent Geely from the Chinese joint ventures. The 2-step deal seen formally completed in 2023. Geely considering options for Volvo Cars, including IPO. This is kind of separate. So wait, so Volvo would own Polestar? I believe that Polestar is Volvo's performance division, so they already own it. But what is this really going to do? Here's the key. This is going to remove the Chinese risk. People don't like China stocks. Why? Well, there's a lot of reasons. I'll just leave it at the fact that they don't perform as well for many reasons. So if we can remove any risk where other EVs, all other new EVs maybe, are going to be dependent on China helping out, right? Even though they're saying the China company will be in America like Foxconn and then they'll make it, but that's actually still not confirmed, so we don't know it. It's just less risk here. So we're doing some background restructuring, which is this is all stuff that needs to happen before they do the official SPAC announcement, which I think is great. They're cleaning up the drama before we get it. Wowzers. Institutions, are they buying though? Big money, are they buying? Yep, tons of them. Look at this. Tons of them. Weiss, Fine Point, O'Connor, Glacier, Althos, Highbridge, Goldman Sachs, Deutsche, DuPont Capital, Exos, yada, 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 yada. Look at all this. These hombres are lining up. You think they're scared of the mighty risk here at $9.98 or $10? I think so. Projections. I know you want to know. CCIV, get this. They took 6 weeks for definitive agreement. LOI, the Lucid rumor. Remember when we had Lucid? Started doing the videos, right? I was like, dude, Lucid is going with CCIV. I know it. No one bought until we got the DA. And it was over 13. And people were still like, 13's kind of high, man. 13's kind of high. GGPI is only at 4.5 weeks. So if it lines up with the time frame of CCIV, that puts us at another week and a half. I honestly don't really care as long as they keep pumping it. They keep pumping all these videos. They keep doing more cool stuff, getting rid of the drama. Wowzers. I'll take it. I'm sure it will happen decently soon. Hope so. That was again from a Bloomberg quote-unquote rumor. If you don't know, any of these official rumors, let's call them, from places like Bloomberg are actually official if GGPI does not come out and deny it. So because GGPI has not come out and denied the Bloomberg rumor, it is a real deal. Is it 110% finalized? No. So there is some risk that it might not happen, but if you don't know about SPACs, there's really not much risk here. Oh yeah, and remember CCIV at 4.5 weeks. The warrants were at $28-ish. Yeah. CCIV, before we even got the definitive agreement, we're at $28. That's insane. You know, you can buy these warrants at right now, like $2.10. GGPI, I feel, will do the opposite. Stay low till the definitive agreement, then run. These were two quotes I pulled off interweb talkings. I agree with them both. That's that's the hope, right? Because GGPI hasn't already ran all the way up like CCIV did before we got the official announcement, we might get a better pop out the gate, a safer, more long-term investor friendly place to put in. We'll see. Regardless, the risk here, I don't know. I'll let you figure out if that's risky enough for you. Worst case scenario, what's GGPI going to go to eventually? Well, I think the worst performing EV made to like 15, so $15. So it's like what, 40-50% on your money right now? Sounds terrible, right? If you haven't already liked, comment, or subscribed, please do it. It definitely helps out the channel. We also have a Discord group. Join that if you're real serious about multiplying. We'll see y'all out there.